So here we're at day 2 at Villa Urba. This is part of what BMW Group Classic puts together for the weekend. And behind me, we have a super special car. It's a 1937 Fachsenfeld Coupe. It's based on the 328. And go ahead, Tom, take it away with this special car.
All right. Yes, it is a very different looking car. If you're familiar with a BMW 328 from the 1920s, they don't look like this.
No.
So this was a special commission. It is a very early chassis. You used to be able to buy just a chassis with the instrument cluster and the engine, drivetrain, and everything.
Direct from BMW.
Direct from BMW,
Gotcha.
and body it with a coach builder that you wanted. And this one was commissioned as an aerodynamic study and an aerodynamic coupe done by Fachsenfeld, as you mentioned, and then it was built by Wendler as the coach builder. And it incorporates technology and studies from the wind tunnel at the university in the area, and here we have this amazing body. Underneath, of course, if you don't know what a 328 is, it has just under 2-liter engine developing about 80 horsepower, and it is an inline 6. So the DNA of BMW being an inline 6 company goes all the way back to the 20s. And this is a really good example. There were only 2 of these built, and only one is drivable at the moment. One is squirreled away in the basement of a museum somewhere, and it's stunning in its oddity. Interestingly, it has a CD, a coefficient of drag of under 3.8, I believe, which is high by today's standard, but low for the era.
Yeah, I think the owner said the goal was to get it under 0.40.
Exactly.
0.40 drag coefficient, which aerodynamically means the drag on the car to get it up to speed. And I believe he also said that the kilometers per hour average of this was 180.
Right, they did a flying kilometer to test the top speed, and it was over 180 kilometers per hour, which is about a little over 100 miles per hour, which was
just
huge
amazing
those days. Yeah. I mean, it has some features that were really difficult to do, like a curved windshield, for example, to move the airflow around the car smoothly, and it does look like a teardrop, which you would think is a great aerodynamic look.
Yeah, and I mean, as far as like the coach building, people could buy just a chassis with an engine from BMW, and then they said Mr. Clapper, who was the guy that commissioned the car, had them build it as for aerodynamics and commission the body. Right. So this has a completely, and that's what you're talking about, Wendler as the coach builder.
Exactly.
Actually built the body and everything on the car.
Yeah, let's open the door so we can see inside.
The owner also told us just a minute ago that there was actually blue on the car in places that were uncovered, and they were able to match that paint to be, I believe he said royal blue, right? It was the color?
Yes, Königsblau, which it translates to royal blue, and here it is, and it's been well preserved in one family for a very long time.
So I think another thing we can point out is that it had the Perspex glass of the time, which he mentioned to us on the side windows, again for aerodynamic and weight.
Well.
Yeah, and it's also curved, and then it has the rear wheel covers also for aerodynamic drag to cut the coefficient down. So
then we have very early turn signals here.
Yeah, and those are, I believe, called semaphores. Is that I think that's the correct term.
Correct. And they will pop out
like a flag, which many people have never seen. I used to have a car with them, and I used to use my turn signals overly so that people got to see them. So.
And they even put in an opening roof panel for the customer. It's a beautiful piece.
Also here, which is not close, there is a display of all the Mille Miglia 328s as well, so we can show those to show people the difference in what this really looks like compared to the factory cars.
You know, having a car something like this that is a unique one-off, not in a museum but out here on display, driving around. They did a parade earlier this morning. Is exactly what this whole weekend is about. And again, it's 54 cars in this Concourso, but when you have special cars like this that tell the history of the automotive world, it's really spectacular.